2 News at Noon begins now.
Hi everyone, I'm Laura Papetti and thanks for being with us on KREM 2 News at Noon. Coming in right now, we do have breaking news coming in from Lake Coeur d'Alene. We're going to take a live look right now at where investigators are working to recover more victims that are presumed dead in a plane crash at the lake that happened yesterday afternoon. Happened around Powderhorn Bay about 2:20 in the afternoon. Again, over the weekend, the Kootenai County Sheriff's Office released some new information about the investigation this morning. And again, we continue to take a live look at this hour where as we take a live look over the lake, we do know that crews are on the scene right now investigating the plane crash, again looking for more victims from that plane crash. Jen York was out there all morning long and she has the very latest on the victims and the planes involved in the crash.
Good afternoon, I'm Jen York here on the banks of Lake Coeur d'Alene, where a search is expected to resume today to recover victims of a deadly mid-air collision over Lake Coeur d'Alene. Over my shoulder here, we are north of Powderhorn Bay. That is where this collision took place yesterday midday. Now, new today, we have learned that authorities in Kootenai County have recovered 3 victims from this crash. Kootenai County Sheriff's Office deputies released new information on this investigation this morning. They say one of the planes involved was a float plane from Brooks Seaplanes, and they say that plane was carrying 5 passengers and 1 pilot. Those passengers included 3 children and 2 adults, in addition to the pilot. The second plane, they tell us, is a Cessna, and a sonar and dive team located the wreckage of both of those aircraft 127 feet below water. And again, sonar teams will be out again today in an attempt to recover that wreckage and more victims of this case. Now, overall today, the water has been fairly calm. Authorities have not been on the water early today from what we have been able to tell. But we do want to take a look at what it looked like yesterday after those 2 planes crashed midair over the water. When that happened, there were multiple first responders from all around the area, and that included the U.S. Coast Guard, Marine units, Worley, Eastside, and the Coeur d'Alene fire departments. We also want to give you a bird's eye view of where this crash happened. The 2 planes crashed into each other, again, just north of Powderhorn Bay near Rockford Bay. We talked to witnesses yesterday who witnessed that crash near Rockford Bay. Nicole Hernandez had an opportunity to talk to them, and we want to check in with her now.
Yeah, that's right, Jen. So I am here at Rockford Bay, where witnesses say they actually saw this crash happen over Lake Coeur d'Alene. Now, this morning, the lake is looking much less dense, much less populated. There's a lot less people on the lake as of right now. And it's hard to tell which boats are emergency boats and which ones are personal boats because of how far we are. But crews are supposed to be back out on the water as of noon. So here's some video from yesterday, just like you heard from Jen. Yesterday, there were multiple crews on scene working to locate the planes and passengers. Yesterday, even seeing debris in the water, police officers warning of those oil slicks from the crash, and several emergency boats with their flashers on with that debris in the water. And we talked to one woman who says she was on the shore with her friend when they saw the crash happen.
All of a sudden, out of nowhere, just a huge, big eruption of flames. It was just a whole fireball flame in the sky. And my friend and I are just standing there, and then you could just see debris falling with it. And you could tell it was obviously an airplane because it was in the sky. But it fell to the ground, and then just a huge loud noise followed it. So it was pretty terrifying. We all were just standing at the beach, just watching it and just completely shocked at what we saw.
Now, we also talked to a man who says he was in a boat on the water when the crash happened.
We knew we were in the crash site, and it wasn't but a few seconds until the gentleman from the fishing boat across from us shouted out that he found a body, and then he shouted out again. He said, I've got two bodies over here, I need help. So myself and one other gentleman in the boat with me, we dove in the water and swam over to his fishing boat.
So earlier this morning, the Kootenai County Sheriff's Office actually thanked the people that were out on the water that tried to help those victims as soon as that crash happened. Jen, I'll send things back to you.
Nicole, thank you so much. Again, taking a look out here at the water, the crash site marked with 3 buoys this afternoon. The Kootenai County Sheriff's Office is asking the public, swimmers and recreational boaters to stay out of this area while that investigation gets underway. The plan is to bring in a barge to help recover that wreckage from the lake floor. We have been able to talk to a few locals, and they've speculated as to what exactly happened with this midair collision. That, of course, the answer will be left up to the National Transportation Safety Board. We know those investigators left Seattle overnight to make their way to Idaho, and they'll be heading this investigation. And of course, once they determine what exactly caused that crash, we'll bring you more on KREM.com and the KREM 2 mobile app. Reporting along the shoreline here of Lake Coeur d'Alene, I'm Jen York. Back to you.
Jen, thank you very much. And we do want to mention again, as Jen said, for the very latest information as the story continues to develop, please visit us on KREM.com. And again, you can track it on the KREM 2 mobile app. It is just about 6 minutes after noon right now. We're going to pause a moment, take a quick break, send it over to Thomas Patrick. He's filling in for Evan Narani today, and we'll have a quick peek at the weather forecast.
Yeah, good afternoon, Laura. Things are shaping up just picture perfect. Standing out here in the sun, it's a little bit behind me, and I can feel it on the back of my head. That much is for sure. There's a little bit of cloud cover, so I guess we'll just call it mostly sunny out there. But all in all, it is looking like a fantastic day to try to get outdoors and enjoy some of it, like myself here at the Outdoor Weather Center. It's 75 right now in Spokane. The latest observation from our own weather deck. We have some instruments that are on the top of the roof. 79 here on the South Hill. But yeah, mid 70s pretty much everywhere as of the noon hour, and the sunshine is going to keep things warming up into the afternoon. Look for low to mid 80s across most of the region, but as usual, since it is not all that humid outside, it does get pretty cool pretty quickly back into the 60s just after sunset, which of course is a little bit before 9 o'clock in the evening. Now, it's not going to be picture perfect all 5 days during the work week. Tomorrow I am tracking a few thunderstorm chances. They're not very high, but a few scattered or isolated thunderstorms may be popping up in both the morning and afternoon hours. So coming up, I'm going to detail where those storms will first pop up, where they'll finish up across the region. So we'll be tracking that in your full forecast in just a few minutes.
Thomas, thank you very much. You're watching KREM 2 News at noon. We're going to take a very quick break. We'll be right back.